Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dropping Down from the Rafters podcast here on Toned In Entertainment. Joining me tonight is AC Devine. How you doing, AC?
What's up, big dog? I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. It's been a couple weeks. We were in the same area. We didn't really have too much interaction on that particular night, but there was a lot of action going on. And that specific thing I'm going to talk about right off the top is the EC3 seminar that you and Blade Brown came down from North Carolina down to pretty much South Florida to attend.
Yeah, man, that drive was something else, bro. But me and Blade had a blast during that seminar. We actually learned stuff in the seminar versus just attending what's called an old school money grab seminar. You feel me? We actually learned something from EC3 that night.
Well, you said money grab seminar. Now, I'm not going to ask you to name any names, but have you attended any of those money grab seminars before?
Yeah, man, there's been a few that you just sit there and they just give you this basic, generic advice, and you take a few bumps or do a few drills, and you don't really learn much. We actually learned stuff from EC3 that night, whether it was advice from the mini matches or promos. All that stuff was great character development, and it was so good. So good.
Well, speaking of promos, I went back today and rewatched your stuff again, and I saw that you actually did 2 promos while you were up there. He had you do one, and then he had you do another one. So I know it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, but can you recall why he asked you to do those 2 different promos, and what type of promos were they?
Yeah, so at first it was just like, you cut a promo about yourself, get yourself over, and you're wrestling tonight. The first promo I did, it was okay. I was a little nervous. I'm right there in front of EC3. You know what I'm saying? But the second time, he said, "AC, I can see what you're trying to do." He said, "I want. Have you ever seen David Goggins before?" And thank the Lord that me and Blade listened to David Goggins on the way to Florida, because I've heard David Goggins before. I know who he is, but I really got to know David Goggins on the way to Florida, right? And he said he wanted me to cut the promo as David Goggins, but be AC Devine, and so that I did it, man, and he loved it. He loved every bit of it, and it was great.
I was gonna say it wasn't meant for let's say the PG audience, the second promo. No. You were definitely going for the pay-per-view audience there with the second audience.
Yes, sir.
You dropped a couple F-bombs, you talked about people's mothers and but he loved it. He was feeling the energy, right? He was really digging it. So what brought out that side of you? Did you feel more comfortable being maybe the more rated R AC Devine versus maybe the more PG AC Devine?
Honestly, yes. I didn't know how far I could go in front of EC3, but with him giving me that permission to exceed all those levels, bro, oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
Now, in addition to the promos, you also did a practice match as well, too.
Yes.
So what goes through your mind when you're putting together a practice match, essentially with somebody you've never met, and to make sure that not only are you doing a match with somebody you haven't met, but to also make sure that it is solid as heck so you can get some really good feedback from EC3?
Man, so the goal is to keep it basic, because everyone's basics should be on point. So if you keep it basic, you keep it simple, that'll be the highlight of the match. The guy I had to wrestle, he was very, very green. He's never worked a singles match ever before. He's only done 6-man tags. So my job was to keep it super simple for him. That way he can have his weak or his strengths. Everyone can see that. So that was my goal. And just keep it super simple for him. That way everybody can understand what the basic story was of the match.
Now, one of my questions tonight was going to be, and maybe it's already been answered here from the system. I was going to ask you what the AC stands for. He says Alexander Carson Devine. Is that what the AC stands for?
No, that's not.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
I could call it Alexander Carson. I could call it Abraham Cassius. There's a whole bunch of. Somebody's even said ass cheeks because I got a pretty big Devine behind. So it happens.
So it's up for interpretation then.
Yeah, it's whatever your mind goes to. It could be amazing. What's the other word for chicken? Divine. That yeah, you get the point. You get the point.
Oh, watch out now. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
we're gonna keep it R, but not go too far into
That's
the
right.
R category.
That's
Okay,
right.
I
That's right.
got you. I got you. He says, Arrington Chase Divine. I think
See,
he's gonna come through with a whole.
whatever your mind goes to, bro.
Okay. Now, when I had Blake Brown on the podcast, I believe it's been 2 weeks already. You know, we
Yeah.
talked about why it was so important for him to essentially, kind of almost last minute, jump in the car, come down here to an EC3 seminar, where essentially you got maybe 3 minutes of promo work and maybe a 5-minute match, so maybe 10 minutes total of his time, during the seminar. Why was it important for you to make that long drive to come down to this particular seminar?
The big thing was just to get seen, because if he doesn't know about you, then that wouldn't, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Your goal is to get seen by anybody and everybody. So my goal was to get seen by EC3, and at the end of the night, now he was stoked about me and Blade, and he really wanted both of us to go to the preface and to also be on Exodus as well.
Okay, cool. So is there any follow-up information with that, or are we still waiting for something to be announced down the line? Or
Still waiting. Still
waiting. Okay. Now, underneath your name here, it does say Pretty Boy.
Yes.
Yeah. So have you always had the Pretty Boy thing, or is it something that maybe came after high school? How long has AC Devine been Pretty Boy?
I say ever since I started tag teaming with my cousin Dynamite, we both got that pretty boy swag, I guess you could say, to us. The ladies love us, and the men want to be us. So it just comes natural to us, man.
Okay, I mean that's a simple and easy answer for that.
But it only happened after puberty. Before puberty, nah.
No, there's no pictures floating around pre-puberty of AC Devine out there.
No.
Okay. Now, I was kind of looking through your Instagram today, and I think we were at the same event last year. Were you at WrestleCade last year in November? So we were both there. I was there on Saturday. I don't know what day you guys were there.
We were there Saturday as well. Yes, sir.
Okay. So between like the 10,000 people that were there, we just didn't bump into each other.
I know.
But I did bump into two particular guys who you had some interaction with this past weekend, and that's a higher Upsilon protection guys.
Oh yes, my boys.
I met them at WrestleCade, and we've done an interview since, and really great guys. And tell me a little bit about this week. I saw that, I saw hands all over you and holding you back. What went on with the protection there?
Man, we're not gonna get into it. We faced Brutality Inc. Around November. We lost a match. We lost our tag team name at that. Okay. Long story short, we went on a vacation or a road trip to see who is going to be next for Brutality Inc. Right. And so we traveled all around the world until we got to Mexico, and we found the Black Diamonds. Now, some people thought that we were the Black Diamonds, me and Dynamite, but as Brutality came to find out, that wasn't us. That really was the Black Diamonds, and we came out. We attacked them from behind, as they have attacked us from behind all, 2023, and we attacked them from behind this past show. And their manager Johnny Shore came out and wanted us escorted out the building because we assaulted him on our way to the ring. And so, of course, Big Unit and Brother IT, their security, so they had to do their job. They had to get us out the ring. It happens. Okay. No hard feelings. I still love them.
Right. They're just trying to do their job at the end of the day. They are the big higher protection out there.
Yeah. I may have not wanted to go, but I had to.
Okay. I mean, them boys get up in your face. I mean, you're a big dude as well, but those guys are I want them on my side as well too. I gotta stay on their good side, right? The system says them good brothers from the U, Fires, the biggest protection in the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let's go back to the beginning of AC Devine's pro wrestling journey. When exactly did it begin, and why did it begin?
That's a great question, bro. The beginning of my journey started with actually CW Anderson. I asked him about what would be the best way to get into wrestling, and he actually brought me to his cousin's wrestling school out here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if it wasn't for CW Anderson, I wouldn't know anything about wrestling. So I always thank CW for everything because without him, I wouldn't be here. But yeah, I started training when I was 16 years old. Had my first match in 2019, and COVID hit. So then I didn't wrestle for almost 2 years. But 2022 till now, you boys been getting with it. But what made me want to become a professional wrestler is because I had pediatric cancer as a child. Yes, sir. So what really what helped me get through chemo and all that stuff was professional wrestling. And what my goal is now is to impact those kids and to try and reach those kids that are struggling and help them through professional wrestling.
Oh wow, who are
Yes,
some
sir.
of the, well, first of all, are you cancer free now?
Yes, I've been in remission for almost 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's awesome. Yeah, man. It's I'm so glad that you were able to battle that off. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sure as a child it was not fun dealing with those kind of things.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of days that I was in the hospital, but I got to play PlayStation all day. I got to watch wrestling all day. I got to play with my toys all day. So, bro, I was good. I was good.
You're living the dream not only of a child, but what
Right.
us adults would love to do now if we had free
Exactly.
time, right?
Exactly,
I want
man.
to stay home and watch wrestling and play video games all day. And hell, I got some action figures back there. Why not,
Look at
right?
there. Look at there, man. Yeah.
Who were some of the wrestlers that you gravitated to watching while you were going through this?
John Cena for sure, because this slogan was never give up, and that's what kept me going throughout all those years. That's when Cena was on top of the world. Was right when I was going through chemo. So John Cena and also Rey Mysterio too with his never give up attitude.
Now, John Cena does a lot of work. I believe
Mhm.
I'm not sure if it's Make a Wish or I believe it's Make a Wish. He
Yeah,
does visit a hospital with the kids. Is that something that you would like to do as well?
bro, of course. Heck yeah, I would love to do that. Yes, sir.
Oh man, there's nothing. I've done a toy drive where you go in and you give toys out to kids at the hospital there's no better feeling in the entire world than trying to put a smile on a youngster's face.
Right. Yes, sir. No, I've done plenty of like community events, and a lot of different events with wrestling to impact those kids. And man, just to see the smiles on those kids' faces, like even something as small as a birthday party, those kids love wrestling. It's great. It's great.
Now, for AC Devine, I mean, you've only been doing this for, I guess you're going on your 5th year now. So if you had to look back at,
Not even, man. This is wrestling.
well,
Almost
2019 to 2024. Well, I guess we missed 2 years, right? So
right.
three
So
years, right?
it's three. Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, 3 years. But in that 5 year span,
Yeah.
you've probably learned a lot about yourself. If you had to go
Ooh.
back and give your 2019 self some
Ooh.
advice before AC walks into the training facility for the first time, what would you say to him?
One of my biggest things, man, was during training was thinking too much, getting in my head too much. So one of the biggest things I would tell myself back then was don't think, just do. And that's like the easiest advice you could give, but the hardest shit to do is to not think about what you're about to do. So that that would be the advice I would give myself then, for
I think
sure.
that's what everything, whether it's life in general or work or podcasting, just don't
Yeah.
overthink things sometimes. Just go with the flow and have a good
Yes,
time
sir.
with it.
That's right, man.
Now, is there any particular wrestler so far? I mean, you probably up against the same person from time to time. Who would you say that you've had the most interactions with on your journey so far?
Bro, I've faced Blade Brown so many times,
I figure you guys come up
man.
quite often.
And you want to know my win loss record?
Uh-oh, what
I
yes,
think
we
it's like
do.
0-35. I'm not even gonna lie. So
35?
I wouldn't even doubt it, man. I lost 3 times in one night. That's last year, I think. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
I've been studying Blade, and so if you're watching this Blade, just wait. I'm gonna get my rematch, and it's gonna be 1-35. Just wait. Okay.
What type of match do we need to have for AC Devine to get that victory over Blade Brown?
Maybe a dog collar match. Maybe a
Oh,
dog
okay,
collar.
okay, okay. Have you? I know Blade has had dog collar matches. Have you ever had a dog collar match?
I've not. I've
No,
not.
you're too
The
pretty.
only
You're too
That's
pretty
right,
for a
man. I
dog
can't
collar match,
mess up. I can't mess up
right?
my face. Come on, man.
And on Blade, I'm not saying that you're not pretty either. You know,
It's okay. It's okay. You can say it. It's fine.
I can say it. You can
Everyone,
say it.
everyone
I
else
can't
taking it,
say
so
it.
we can say it. You know, it's cool.
Okay.
It's all
Yeah, he would totally kick my ass. You would kick my ass. I gotta say on both of your guys' good sides, that's for sure.
right. Hey,
Now, in addition to pro wrestling, and
yeah.
what are some of the things that you're doing, for stress relievers to have a good time? What does AC Devine do in his free time?
Man, wrestling has helped me out a whole lot with being a stress reliever. But honestly, bro, the gym for sure is almost like therapy for me. And also just going through and creating, whether it's videos, promos, anything like that, man. I enjoy that so much. Whether it's an entrance video for somebody, whether it's a highlight reel for somebody, anything like that. That's really what I enjoy is creating.
When you say create, do you like shoot and edit videos for other people as well too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got a video. Do you have a video production background, or is it something you picked up along the way?
I just picked it up. I basically taught myself, and it's looking pretty good so far. So
Man, if I knew, okay, I'm a few years older than you. If I knew what I knew now, okay, because I went to college and spent a lot of money to learn video production. I
oh
feel
well,
like now you can actually just jump into it and
yeah,
learn it. Like with a couple, I mean, it still takes. I'm not downplaying it because you still got to be good at it. Like anything, you can learn
right,
wrestling, you can learn things. You just because you watched a couple videos doesn't mean you're good at it. But
right.
obviously, you got to have a knack for it and a little bit of a passion for it as well, too.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Now the system has another comment, and he was talking about our protection boys. He said, no, they were protecting from what could have happened coming from them, Divines.
Exactly. See, Big Unit didn't want the Divines to go out and put a hurting retaliating, so he had to hold us back. That was the main thing. That was the main thing. Yeah. Talk to him.
Oh, I would like to see a tag team match. I think we need a tag team match to settle the score, right?
Whoa. Well, you want us versus higher Upsilon?
Yeah, come on,
Whoa,
right?
whoa.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Now, depends on how much I'm getting paid for that night.
Well, okay.
Then
Okay, so we got to talk to the booker to up that paycheck that night.
Yeah, have you seen how big he is?
I do. I have seen. They tower everybody.
Lord. I'm gonna need some extra zeros on my check.
Yeah,
I step in
okay.
the ring with that, man.
Okay. Hey, it's a business decision at the end of the day, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't
right.
fight for what do they call it? A hot dog and a handshake? We don't fight for hot dogs and handshakes.
Hell no.
No, right?
No, sir.
Now you are up in North Carolina area, correct? Wrestling. What are some of the promotions that you're currently wrestling for, and what cool stuff do you have coming up?
Oh man, so DCW Dominant Championship Wrestling is my home promotion. I've wrestled out here for FWE, AML, WrestleCade, Firestar. MATW is growing like nobody's business. They are Virginia, North Carolina, all over the place. They're looking good. I've actually also been traveling to West Virginia as well for TV tapings up there with American Pro Wrestling. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Victor Andrews. He's up there as well.
Of course, yeah. I've had him on the channel as well too. He I believe he was down here once in Florida, and he brought his son with him as well too.
Oh snap!
And I had an interview with both of them. Victor Andrews is amazing. That dude is.
Yes, he is.
He's a phenomenal. He was at one show here in Florida. I had a live interview with him. Great dude. I got to catch it. It's been like 3 years. I got to catch up with him again.
Oh man, you got to.
Yeah.
You got
right?
to.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
sir.
you
We
go ahead.
tag team up there, and Vic is on his way to win the heavyweight championship, and we are on our way to getting those tag team championships.
So gold in the future.
Oh, of course, of
Of
course.
course. Now we did mention WrestleCade, but briefly we talked about us being there. But what was your overall experience and thoughts? Because you were a guest of WrestleCade, you were on the flyer
Yes,
as a guest.
yes.
So, what were your thoughts of being a guest there, just overall?
Bro, it was phenomenal. Because we were signing so many autographs, taking so many pictures. I mean, we were out there signing kids' shoes for crying out loud. I mean, it was awesome, bro. And just to see the smiles on kids' faces, when we would give out maybe like a free. I carry a mirror to the ring with me, so I was giving away little handheld mirrors to some of the kids. They were eating it up, man. They were loving it so much. It was so great. And
Oh,
we even got some promos with some of the legends. I don't know if you've seen the Instagram with defining the dynasty. We got to chat with Teddy Long, D'Lo Brown, Devon Dudley. Even got to chat with the Dawsons. The Dawsons. We got a little something coming up with the Dawsons in a few months too.
okay. So something else to keep our eyes out for.
Yeah, yeah. Just keep peeping the Instagram. That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I actually just interviewed Teddy Long 2 weeks ago
Ooh.
or so up in St.
Oh snap!
Augustine. Oh man, it was a blast. I only got like 10 minutes of time with him. We were at a launch party for a convention down here for the River City Wrestling Con convention in Jacksonville
Gotcha.
in June. He's one of the guests, and he was there to announce, the big time guys for that
Ah.
con, which was Sting and Trish Stratus. So of course I'm super
Woo.
pumped for that. But yeah, Teddy Long was awesome, super nice
Oh
guy,
yeah.
and did he give you guys any type of advice or anything while
He
you were
gave
while he
us
was there?
he gave us a new tag team name.
Oh,
He wanted us to be the real OGs. I think it was.
okay.
Yeah.
Any
Now,
thoughts in using that name?
are we gonna use it? Hell no. But
No. Okay.
but it was nice of Teddy.
Okay. I mean, he is the manager that had Doom. He had the skyscrapers. You
You're
know,
right. You're right.
but maybe he didn't name them though. Maybe maybe
Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
he got them to where they needed to be, but maybe he didn't come up with the name.
Exactly.
I think stick with what you got. Definitely stick
Yeah.
with what you got.
I think so. I think so.
Now, WrestleMania is coming up in Philadelphia. Any plans to
Mm.
head up there for the weekend?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. That might be the moves because it's not too far away from North Carolina. So it might not be a bad idea to ride up to Philly.
Okay.
Are you gonna be there?
Oh, come on. I've already got the plane tickets booked, the hotel
Ooh,
booked. We've got a show already booked to
man,
cover that weekend. We're
let's
making our
go.
moves. We're making our moves. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be having some fun. That's for
Hell
sure.
yeah,
I think
bro.
we're going for 5 days, Wednesday to Sunday. So yeah,
Damn.
it should be good. I would
Okay.
like the WrestleMania would be great, but it's like I don't know if you've seen the ticket prices for resale for WrestleMania.
Uh,
It's
nah, I
like
don't think I want to.
225 for the nosebleeds right now.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. And that's for Saturday. I think Sunday it's even more. I think it's like 240. And that's without Ticketmaster fees.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, WrestleMania is great and all, but I don't think it's divine.
Oh, okay.
Uh, just say, just say.
Okay. Now I think you did I put out a poll maybe 2 weeks ago about an event in North Carolina, March 2nd. And I think you replied to something about do you have something going on in North Carolina, March 2nd?
South Carolina, March
Oh, in
2nd.
South Carolina. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir. Well,
Okay.
we are going to be in a tag team tournament in South Carolina, facing the Heat Seekers, Exotic Youth. There's a few other tag teams in there, but the ones I'm really excited to step in there with are the Heat Seekers for sure.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm going up to the Greensboro area for Sting's retirement match for that
Oh,
March 2nd.
nice.
So I'm looking for a promotion to hopefully cover that Saturday night. I'm looking for
Ooh.
somebody with the inside scoop up there in North Carolina to let me know
Yes,
what
sir.
what what the fire promotion is up there the first weekend of the month.
Hey, speaking of Fire, you need to check out Firestar because they are growing. They're one of the biggest promotions here in North Carolina, and they are in Greensboro.
Okay.
So you should definitely check them out. They're having two shows that weekend. I think one on the
Oh,
first and then one on the second.
okay. See, inside. I asked for inside
Look at there.
information. I get it.
Look at it.
You know what's crazy is like obviously we grew up in a different time period,
Yes.
and the independent scene has just exploded. I feel, especially it was kind of like growing before COVID, and I think
Mhm.
after COVID, of course, with AEW coming along and a lot of guys having more opportunities now to work. Now, I think there's a lot more, just promotions just building up because I feel like a lot of people are really hungry for professional wrestling. So, for anybody that hasn't come out to an independent wrestling show, what are they missing out on?
Man, that's one of the like it's so you don't get that one-on-one interaction at Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? You get to be there and be a part of the audience, be a part of the show on an independent show, and I guess it's so great. If you've never been to one, just go to one good one. Don't go to not
Because there
any.
are some bad ones out there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some really bad ones out there. Just find one good one, and then you'll love it. You'll go to every single one after that.
Now, let me ask you about maybe your experience because obviously you've wrestled for some great promotions,
Mhm.
and again, I don't want you to name names and put anybody under the bus or anything like that. But has there been any time where you've walked in and you're like, okay, what the heck? Like I shouldn't be at this particular show. Like I know I'm too divine for what is being offered right now.
Um, yeah, there's been a few times I've walked into a venue. I'm like, where in the hell? Why in the hell? Why am I here? Yeah, man. Gosh, there's one gym. It was a CrossFit gym, but the ring was here and the damn ceiling was like right here. So it
Okay, so you
was
couldn't do a suplex or anything in that match.
no, no sir, no sir. Yeah, there's that, and surprisingly, I've done plenty like outside shows, like for fairs and stuff.
Right.
Those have been phenomenal, because the people are there for the fair, but they also go there for the wrestling. And man, it's a great time. You get to wrestle and then go eat a funnel cake. So it's pretty cool.
Is that your cheat meal after a wrestling match? Something like
Oh
that is a
yes,
good funnel cake.
oh yes, yes sir.
Now, when you're in the ring, and again, I love going into the indie shows, especially when the crowd is into it. From a fan
Mhm.
standpoint. So, as a wrestler in the ring, how important is it to you guys to feel the energy from the crowd?
Man, there's nothing like it. That's the one thing you need from the crowd to recover from the damn pain you're in while you're in the damn wrestling ring. There's nothing like having the crowd chant your name, or if you're in a tag team, having the crowd chant the tag team name. There's nothing like it. One of the things I've heard from other wrestlers is that they've tried all the drugs in the world, but the one drug that they can't get high enough off of is professional wrestling when they're in the ring and the crowd is chanting their name. That's like the highest of highs you can get towards.
It's funny because as many wrestlers as I get to interview at these shows, and I can see a difference in their personalities, right? Before the
Yeah,
show and their in-ring persona. Some people are
right.
super chill, some people are laid back. Some people a lot of people actually say they suffer from anxiety and that
Yeah.
going through the curtain actually helps snap the anxiety. So for you, AC, is there a switch that turns on for you when you walk through the curtain? And how would you say
Oh yeah.
what the biggest difference is between AC before he walks through the curtain and the AC Devine that we see in the squared circle?
Yeah. I'm pretty. I can be pretty chill and laid back. I can be. I don't have to be. But there is a switch that flips when I step through the curtain. And one of the best advice that I got from a wrestler, the Infinite Man Tim, one of the very best. He I love that man so much because he told me I was nervous about one match. I forgot what it was, but he was like, "Hey, AC, you're here now." He was like, you've trained for so long." He was like, "Bro, you've done all this and then you're finally here." He said, "You're living your dream. Why why are you scared? Why are you nervous? This is what you wanted to do your whole life. So do it." And I did. And I've been doing it. Yes, sir.
Now, in your promo video that you did with EC3, you mentioned something
Mm.
about running 8 miles or 10 miles every other day. I believe that's what you said in those
Me?
promos.
I said
Yeah,
that. I said that.
I think
I,
so.
I don't recall saying
No, no,
anything
no. So
like that.
no. Okay. So what's an average workout then for AC Devine? What gets the blood pumping for you?
Hell yeah. So what I do, I train for wrestling 3 times a week, and I also work out in the gym 3 times a week. So that's 6 days I'm being active, and then Saturdays I'm wrestling. So really 7 days I'm being active. So yeah, man, I don't really. If I need it, I'll catch a rest day. Because traveling and performing can be a lot on your body on top of working out throughout the week and training throughout the week. So rest days are very important.
Now, I like to ask people there's lots of crazy things that happen in the world of professional wrestling. So what is maybe the most bizarro thing, the craziest, the weirdest thing that just was unexpected, whether it was in the ring or a fan interaction or anything that has happened that's just been like a WTF moment for AC Devine?
Something crazy, something
Anything,
that's like
whatever comes to your mind that
exciting.
was just like, what just happened?
A few years ago, I was on a show with a whole bunch of big names. Carlito, EC3 was there.
Okay.
Uh, Eugene, he was on the show as well, along with Zach Gowen, I think. But I was wrestling that night. Um, Jesus. And um, Eugene actually bought one. I had a little monkey and it had AC Devine on the belly of it. And Eugene actually bought one of those and used it in his match that night. He was wrestling this like giant dude, right? And Eugene was carrying that to the ring. The crowd was hyped for it. They were chanting monkey, and the damn giant ripped the monkey and tore his head off. And I was like, man, what the heck? But yeah, man, that I really enjoyed that. But like bizarro moment, um, I don't know if I can go into too much detail with anything too crazy because there's been some crazy stuff. I don't know if it's
Proper. Right.
PG.
Okay.
PG.
Okay. I mean, we are rated R on here. We just can't say the C. Yeah, I don't want to say what another name for a chicken is,
Oh, okay.
But if you
Hey
wish to
man.
say, yeah, if you wish to save the story for a personal conversation, we can have that conversation as well later.
Okay.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
Just remember, guys, the AC stands for whatever your mind goes to. Okay, it could
Whatever
be
it
anything.
is. Whatever it is.
Abraham Cassius,
Mhm.
Alexander Carson,
Always cool.
always cool, amazing.
Hey, chick. Hey.
Oh,
Well, AC, is there anything else that, while we have you on here that you would like to touch on before we let you go?
man, I want to say thank you for having me. If those that don't know, the Divine Dynasty lost their name in November. Me and Dynamite Jackson are now pure temptation. So we can tempt your mama, but don't get mad at us. Okay. Just don't get tempted. But yes, so now you can follow me on Instagram at AC Divine 22. But there is a little I guess you could say catchphrase. I do want to run by you, Tony.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Here we go. Your greatest sensation, God's greatest creation, divine, oh so fine, no relation. Why? Oh, baby, because we're pure temptation.
Smooth.
Yes, no, maybe so.
It's smooth. I like
You
it.
like it?
I
Okay,
like
okay.
it. I
Might have
like it.
to put it on a t-shirt.
Okay. Do you have t-shirts out there? Does AC Divine have t-shirts out there?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Link in
what
my
you got?
Instagram bio. Yes, sir. I got my AC Devine logo. I got my finishing move is called Concussion on Demand. It's a big boot. I wear a size 18. So when
Holy cow.
yeah, so when it hits you, you can concuss on demand. So it's a picture of the boot, especially about somebody's face that has COD on it. There's that. I got some collectible items for the Divine Dynasty, since the Divine Dynasty is no longer around. There's plenty of that on there, so you can check out all that in my Instagram bio as well.
So you said a size 18.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to find shoes? I mean, where does one buy shoes? Where does one buy shoes? You can't go to like Marshalls and pick up.
No. When I was growing up, I would have to go to Ross or like Burlington to find anything my size, because they carry like size 16 and 17. But even still, they would be the ugliest shoes in the world. And so I would have to go online to buy some shoes.
Okay,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, my 11s right now to your 18s, right? Chump change. I sometimes I'm like, how I can't find 11s in the style shoe that I want, but I have obviously nothing to complain about when you're rocking the 18s.
Your boy, Big Unit from Higher Upsilon, I wear the same size as him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're not.
Exactly. I haven't reached my growth spurt yet. I guess I gotta wait a few more years before I get as tall as him. A lot of stretching.
Yes. There's someone. Thomas says hi. Do you know Thomas?
What's up, Thomas? No, but I do
nope.
now.
Hey, what's up, Thomas? How are
Maybe
you?
he saw me in his mom's room last night. That could be it.
Hey, watch out now. Well, my wife is going to say, love it, AC Devine. Keep it awesome. She did not see you in the room, by the way. So I'm going to put that one down before it goes anywhere. We cool, but we ain't that cool.
I got you.
She was actually at the seminar as well too, watching everything that was going on.
So she saw me in person.
She did. Yeah, it was really cool. Even from I had never been to a wrestling seminar. We were actually invited to come out there to do some media, but then of course everything ran long because we were hoping to do some interviews at night, and then of course EC3 had to do a live shot as well for OVW, which took up another 20 minutes or 30 minutes as well too. So it kind of ran overnight. So we were hoping to kind of do some interviews now, but now we're actually catching it up. Instead of doing like quick 5-minute interviews, we actually get to know you guys and gals a little bit better. So I think it worked out for the best as well.
Yeah, it did for sure. Who else have you interviewed from the seminar?
We did Blaine Brown. We did Gina DeLucia. Yeah, we've got a couple more. I mean, I had Ozzy Killmeister. I mean, he's a regular. He's down here in CCW. So, and we're working on a few other ones coming up as well, too. From so I think you are officially the third person from the seminar that I met through the seminar or found out about you guys from the seminar. A couple of those guys like Elliot Crow, Blake Banks, I know those guys already. They're regulars down here in Florida. So
nice.
So we've done some interviews and talked about the EC seminar through with those guys as well too. But I think you're like the third one that we've met from the seminar directly that's been here on the channel. But we have some more stuff coming up as well too.
That's awesome. Heck man.
Yeah, the system says, man rubbing his chin. Oh, she was.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's usually the sign, right? Right, AC.
Yeah.
Well, AC,
I can teach you a few things or two, man. Just about being pretty. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. It helps to be light skinned too. So you might have to be in the sun for a little while over the summer, and then you can start rubbing your chin and doing the light skin face, and then you can maybe go by the pretty boy, maybe.
I was gonna say you look much cooler doing it than I do. I'm just like, yeah, look at this, and yeah, I shaved, yeah, and you're like, you got the coolness, the always cool AC Devine.
Hey, that might be a t-shirt right there, man.
Right, let's make it happen. The system says, just thought about it. Y'all actually had just missed each other at WrestleCade. AC and Dynamite had just walked off to take care of something, and that's when Tone walked up waiting on Bella Gray. Oh, Layla Gray, I think he means. Yeah, because I was interviewing Layla Gray. Bella Gray. Okay.
He said Layla.
Layla Gray. Yes, I caught it. Yeah, he does mean Layla. He did say that there. Yeah, because I had an interview set up with Layla. She's a friend of the channel. I was at her very first wrestling match. Wrestling match.
Man,
yeah,
that's dope.
Her and Luke Curtis as well too. So I've been with them along the whole ride and stuff. And that's when I met the biggest protection in professional wrestling. Those guys were right there next to her, and they saw me waiting, and they came up and introduced themselves to me. And they
I
were
think
like,
we had just either we were waiting to do the interview with Jacob Fatu, or we had just done the interview with Jacob Fatu, or the promo.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were there as a guest as well, too. So we had a table and everything. So we were doing all of our interviews at the end of the day, too. We were out there promoting ourselves. So it kind of was great in a way, but at the same point, like I felt like I missed out on a lot because, you know, you're trying to introduce new people to your channel and stuff like that. It was like that double-edged sword. But when we go to WrestleCade, we're not doing the tables. We're going around. We're gonna get our interviews at WrestleCade this year. That's for sure.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, AC, is there anything else we should let you know before we let you get on with your evening?
I don't think so, man. I think the people should just follow AC Devine on TikTok, X now,
Right.
and Instagram and Facebook. I think
When they switch it back from like X to some other name, everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell was X?" You know, what letter thing was this thing? At least Twitter people know. Like, I just have a feeling one day it's not going to be X anymore. Everybody can say, "Follow me on X," and people are 10 years from now like, "What the hell was X?"
Hell yeah.
Well, AC, thank you so much for making some time this evening to join me here on the channel.
Bro, thank you for having me, man. And always remember, it's oh so fun when you are divine. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that just a little bit. You should give like YouTube seminars or something like that, teaching us dudes that have no rhythm to be cool.
how to rub your chin, AC
Right?
Devine
Hey, it could be an OnlyFans account. I'm just saying, let's make that money, bro. Let's make that money.
Hey.
Let's make that money.
You really find out what AC stands for.
Hey. Well, on that note, AC, thank you so much for joining me here on Toned In Entertainment.
Thank you, big dog. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. If you like interviews and podcasts like this with AC Devine, because we've got some a lot more cool stuff. Actually, let's go ahead and announce next Monday's podcast. And we've got Jaden Still on the channel, who was another guy who was at the EC3 seminar who I met that night. So we're going to bring him on the channel next Monday night at 7:30 p.m. So, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're following AC Devine. And also make sure that you hit that red subscribe button so you can stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos. Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.